Yeah, good evening, everyone. We have Andreas here, who has been attending DebConf for a long time. And now for the next 45 minutes, he will be talking about teams, newcomers, and numbers. So yeah, I'll leave the floor to him.
Everybody, thanks a lot for your patience. I just start. In my Teams talk, I just want to say something about teams in Debian. And when I started with Debian in 1998, there were no teams at all. And the maintainer was the owner of the package, so nobody else had to touch it somehow, more or less. And in DebConf 3, it was in Norway. It is okay? Okay. In DebConf 3 in Norway, we decided about team maintenance. That means more than one person can upload and so. And in DebConf 5, we had it technically implemented the term uploader. So in most cases, maintainer is a mailing list or something like this, a common address, and the uploaders are the real people who are uploading. This is kind of the implementation, how teams were done. And I'm running the Debian Med team. This is a blend. I will later explain what blends are, and other blends like Debian Science, and so adopted this quite quickly. And in DebConf 8, I had a talk about Debian Med, and I was asked, who is in your team? And this is actually a hard question, because it belongs to the team who is posting to the mailing list, who uploads something, who fixes bugs. So I wanted to have some numbers. And this problem to get some numbers was more or less solved in the Google Summer of Code project in DebConf 11 by an Indian guy, Sukhbir Singh, who was my science, or people who are come together to package software which has a certain purpose, no matter what the source code written in, or what's. I can get some distance to the speakers also. Then we have infrastructure teams like installer, dpackage, apt, and we have language teams: Python team, Perl team, Java team, JavaScript. So these are they are focusing on the techniques the software is implemented in, and these content-driven teams are focusing in the purpose the program has. And I'm in several teams, because if I have medical software which is written in Python, I'm in the Python team, and in Java, then I go to the Java team, or in Go. So I do not speak any language perfectly, but I can read the languages, I can fix bugs, and I know where to get help. The composition of teams can be very different. Well, the optimum situation is you have a well-staffed team, and everybody can replace each other and to fix everything. Probably we have not a single team in Debian where this really fits. I don't know. There are pretty good teams, maybe, but all the teams I'm in, we are more or less we have multiple members who also always reach their limits in time and even in competence. I have sometimes I reach the limit of my competence and ask others. In my introduction I said I'm a physicist, so I'm not an IT person, and sometimes I just have limits in what I can do. But the good thing in Debian is we have very clever people who are absolutely friendly and helpful and help out. Then we have teams that are growing. A quite prominent example is the Debian Med team in the pandemic, right? Everybody says, oh, now medicine is important, let's help them. One of these people is here in the room, it's Nilesh. I have two people from France who are contributing a lot. And this is really helpful. So our team is constantly growing. I have even numbers about this. And then you have shrinking teams where people, for instance, people get children, don't have so much time anymore, leave the team because, yeah, there are more important things in life, yeah, or other reasons why people leave the teams. We also have some teams, I say, it's basically a one-man team, right? There is a list, there is a repository for a comment, but it's only a single person who's doing the work. Exists. And we have single maintainers who either have seen no reason to join a team or are actively refusing to work together with others. This also happens. The culture in teams is different. I enjoy the kind of teams where every member can just do whatever is necessary to do. This is very easy. Other teams, they have very specific people who care for some packages and not for the others. And feel free to stay here. I like Nico. So, and these people are technically connected via a mailing list, but are not really working together on the packages. Then we have some uploaders who care only for specific packages, and others will contribute only randomly. But we have also teams where over the whole archive or all the repositories of the team are automatic changes, like with janitor or so. And this is kind of different culture in teams. You will see if you join a team, you will learn the culture, and all is working. You just need to agree to something. About the growing teams, I just speak from my experience on the Debian Med team. I'm really happy that we attracted more than one developer per year to the team. It was founded in 2002. It means we should have 21 developers, but we even attracted 23 Debian developers because the project exists. We have more developers, but I asked them, did you become a Debian developer because Debian Med exists? And then they tick marked, yes, yes, yes. And this is really cool because I think the project is attracting people for different reasons. People are, for instance, biologists or working in medicine and said, oh, if I contribute to Debian via this team, then I have some profit for my own work. And this is the main idea why I started this project, to drag people into Debian who otherwise wouldn't be there. So this is, I'm really proud that this worked this way. And another effect is that 18 of these 23 people now are working in Debian in other projects. They are not only working in this crazy, mini, not so important project Debian Med, but they work in other projects. So, and only 13 of these 23 people are remaining in Debian Med, but do other stuff. And as I said, in the pandemic, we have 4 additional people, which is, I do not wish to have another pandemic. This is not the case, but we profited from this. So it's, as always, there are very bad things which have also tiny bit of positive things, and we are now working more from home. This is positive. We have some more developer. This is positive. So see the good side of the bad things. So the culture in our team is that we are actively inviting and teaching. I started 12 years ago or so, the project Mentoring of the Month, which means you are a newcomer, and I'm volunteered to spend my time with you to teach you. The condition is that you should pick a program of your choice where you are competent in, what you want to be in Debian, and you learn all the things and ask any stupid there are no stupid questions. Any question to me and I will answer, and I will guide you to all the pitfalls in Debian and guide you what team you should use. This is mentoring of the month. We do every year we do a sprint where we invite upstream developers and users to bring them together and to pick some for the project. So maybe they remain. And we try to participate in Google Summer of Code and Outreach project as ever possible. And I do also some, I call it sponsoring of blends. This is for others like Debian Science, Debian GIS also, where I try to help finding friends for people. There is a newcomer who is an astrologist and don't know how to do something, and we have Debian astrology and say, I sponsor your package if you understand that your friends are sitting in the Debian Astro team, something like this. So this mentoring of the month, as I said, this is actually work, and I also think it's fun. It's fun for me because I learned somebody who is interested in Debian, and this person should also have fun because it's learning is fun in general, and also the team where we are working in is also fun. And I, as a mentor, trade my own time for the work the student is doing. And the attempt is we have a lot of silent observers on the mailing lists who are watching the project but do not become active. And I want to pull the people out of the silence into more active people. So the focus is not so on the technical details, but we want to make the people learn something, how to survive in Debian, which is not absolutely easy for newcomers. And yeah, it somehow worked. And my conclusion for the project I was running is that it's really worth to spend the time into mentoring, since there is not every month a student. The work is bearable. I think even the last year there was no student. I'm offering this. One is somehow in the queue who is interested, but yeah, we'll see. If you are interested in this field, just approach me, please. And for me, it's an advantage because I became a Debian developer in 1998. This is 25 years ago. At this time, I've read the documents, but the documents changed. And the newcomer has read the recent documents, and sometimes I'm learning from them. Yeah. The advantage is that by this mentoring of the month, we also get upstream developers who know their own software, which is quite an advantage if you want to maintain the package. And so they bring in their own competence into this. And this is a good match. Yes, Google Summer of Code and Outreach, we try to provide a task for every Google Summer of Code or Outreach program where Debian participates. And we have really good experiences with Outreach students, namely with the women who were supported by this Outreach program. They did a really good job, 3 years long. I had 3 women from Russia in subsequent years. Even they had even talks on DebConfs. And the good thing is, in Debian Med, we have an easy way to attract students, which is quite sustainable because we have tiny tasks. The tiny task is write an auto package test for a package. And this are closed tasks. And in other tasks, if a student has a long task, you don't know, will the student manage to finish this work? Will it be implemented into production? We have a lot of tiny tasks with a good learning effect for the student, and which has a valuable result for us every week or so. We simply we have a list of packages without auto package test, sort them according to how much they are used in Debian, and then the student is working down the list. this is a nice thing. A very short introduction into blends. This is Debian, and this also talks about teams. This was true for every funny face is one maintainer. So started Debian, and now we have usually behind these funny teams is a group of people, right? And for the new user, you have is Debian looking like, whoa, what a lot of software. And the blend is, okay, I'm a teacher, I have Debian Edu or Schola Linux. And if you are medicine or a biologist, you are Debian Med, or you are using Debian Med, or this is what Debian GIST. So these are kind of focuses onto the package pool in Debian. And this slide is incomplete. I think the right border is missing. But these slides are online. And Debian Med is actually a lot of packages in Debian Med, and every team member cares for some of these packages. So these are blends. It works for any other blend the same way. Sponsoring of blends means, I need to explain this because this concept sounds pretty new for others. We have in Debian, we want to have subsections to get more catchy for users. And newcomers sometimes are desperately seeking for, where can I join Debian? If you're a scientist, contact the Debian science list. If you are working in education, contact Debian Edu, something like this. And so we can kill two birds with one stone. The person who wants to join this sponsor of blends gets the package sponsored after he has understood the blends concept. So if you understood the concept, I will sponsor your package. So I will be a bit quick because we lost some time. These slides will be online, you can look at this. These are now the numbers of teammetrics. This is what I made. First, this shows the uploaders of the Debian Med team, and this is a real shame that you don't see the right end of this slide, because, okay, as you see from the beginning of 2020, we got more people with more contributions. And this slide is even more interesting, but you don't see it. This yellow line, which belongs to Etienne, is now in the current year over my line. So someone else has finally fixed more bugs than me, and I'm really proud about this. Thanks to Etienne. I'm not happy that I'm the most active bug fixer. I wished other people would do the work. I do not want to do the work. I could play with my grandchildren in the same time, right? So I'm really happy it works now in our team, that a lot of people are working with. If you don't believe me, look at my slides later on. There is the full diagram. Similar with the people committing to Debian Med, and this is another interesting team maintenance result. Here I have the number of people who are contributing to one package. Contributing means at least 5 commits. A random commit is not contributing, at least 5 commits. So we have for more than 300 packages, we have at least 2 committers. And then we have 3 committers for more than 250. So it's good if more people committing. That means the higher the bars are in the end, the better is the team working. Right? We have, unfortunately, several packages with only one maintainer. Usually it's me, some it's Nilesh, but yeah. Here is the other example. This is, on the left is Debian Science, on the right is packaging Perl team. The packaging Perl team is what I consider optimal. You have only a tiny bit of packages which have only one contributor, but most packages have 4, 5, 6 contributors. And in Debian Science, unfortunately, this is a kind of a team which I said in the beginning. There are people who are working for their own package. It's in a team repository, but this is not such a good team. So you can measure the team quality with this graph. So, yeah, the main point is to create an inviting environment in the team. In several talks at DebConf and in discussion before, I've heard the argument that it's hard to find friends. But it's not. The answer is just create inviting teams. And team, in my definition, is you wake up in the morning and you realize that somebody else has solved your problem from yesterday. I literally experience this, writing some email at 12 at midnight and said, oh, I have a problem, and waking up in the morning and, it's solved, uploaded. I observed this and experienced this with really pleasure. This is my definition of team. If you want to have the database of the team matrix, you can download it with this script. When I said all is online, then you don't need to note this. So you can do your own research on this team matrix database, finding other diagrams, whatever. And when I did the investigations, I wanted to have more fine-grained diagrams, and so I checked the contributions per week. And I made this. You can see the legend. The green dots, the green dotted lines are sprints we did in the pandemic. And you see the first sprint we did had an all-time high in the number of contributors. So it didn't work in the second and third sprint, but you see a lot of people were highly motivated to join us. And the other thing I want to mark is you see some valleys here in the graph. I come back later to these valleys. So this is also not the number of committers, but the number of commits, which is not the same, because you can have a lot of committers which are committing only a few, or you can have one committer who is doing a lot. The peak is also there. We have other peaks, but I want to come back to these valleys, which is also interesting in general. I tried to check my theory that we have kind of a freeze depression. And with freeze depression, I mean Debian has a freeze, and then nothing is happening. But before the freeze, the freeze are the light red lines, and after the release is a dark red line. And you see there's a freeze, then nobody is working, and then they start working. And you see it in after every single release, it's the same thing. This gray bar is the Elliott transition, when many people had to commit something to move their URL from Elliott to Salsa. So there was happening something. And also you see these value in every single graph. And this is also, you can see this in the uploads. In the uploads, even better. Lots of teams are uploading right before the freeze. Oh, I want to have this package into the next stable release. And then after the release, the commits or the uploads are peaking because people, finally I can upload again. You see this in team metrics quite good. So, yeah. I go over to questions. Everything else is not so important. You can reach me under this email address, which is not connected to my real name, but you reach me, and I put my slides online in the usual page where I put all my slides, and if you have questions, it's open now for any question you might have.
Thank you for the talk, Andreas. And I've been using teammetrics for the Ruby team, so it's really great, those statistics. And I would like to ask you, whether can we use this tool, teammetrics,
Yeah. You can download this database.
Yeah,
Use
but
yeah.
to actually collect data, not from teams,
Yeah.
but local groups contributing to that.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
don't have a specific team.
Yeah. Okay.
Well defined, but
The thing works like this. I'm getting numbers from mailing lists and from Salsa commits. If you have some mailing list, just tell me the mailing list archive or the Salsa repository. I cannot pass.
and some people are contributing to packages that are it's not part of any team. So I'd like to track contributions, like randomly in every team, in the entire archive.
Make the people member of your team. They should contribute inside the team. This is my answer for this.
Yeah.
It is so way easier to work together with them. Make them clear about the advantages to join your team. Okay. Please take the mic.
I think what Kanashiro is trying to say, for instance, local groups, like the Brazilian community, he would like to follow the Brazilian people, what they are doing. So it's not that they work together as a team, they all work, but it's just they are connected geographically, and there might be other connections. So I think it's more, can we have a way that it's not necessarily that they all write to the same repository, but this like virtual team, like we have virtual packages. I don't know.
Well, we have just these two options. If they have the mailing list, at least. Yeah, we can pass the mailing list. If it is similarly looking like the Debian mailing list. So there's list.debian.org and aliot lists. They have these two formats are known. If not, it's Python code. It's in Git. It's up to you.
Send your PR.
Yeah. I'm very open to add something because the infrastructure is there to add something. Yeah. Test. It is. This is on. Yeah. Okay. Further questions?
So not just on the same idea. Now thinking this could be something that could go with the contributors' website, as we have. So not because even not only commits, but we could track different contributions. Like if we had this concept of team, and not necessarily like the regular teams that we have, but teams just as an aggregation of people, and you could get a different view of that set of people. Maybe we can discuss with Enrico too about that. It's just ideas. I have no idea how this could be implemented, so I don't have the PR. But it's just something, and even the team metrics could also talk to the contributors, like we could brainstorm together.
I mean, this database is currently 2 tables, one table about mailing list, one table about commits. And if adding another table and doing whatever is needed,
Good.
I'm totally open to enhance this. Any further question? Come on. I like to answer your questions.
Try to leave space. So I saw that and I've been following the team for a long time, so I know that you bring a lot of new people, and I follow like all the outreach and GSOC students. But currently, we don't have Debian is not.
Yeah, unfortunately,
registered.
we had put a task on, but there were two less
Why?
tasks.
But-
We had 2 or 3 tasks only, and one of them was from Debian made. It's actually more or less always the same task because we always get packages, and yeah. But someone said, "Oh, it's too late. We have two less tasks. Google will not accept this," and so we are not positive.
Because they have just extended the deadline. I'm talking about outreach.
Okay, yeah.
For the next round, they have just extended the deadline because there are few communities. So, and I said, oh, I'm going to DebConf. Maybe I can convince a few mentors, and maybe we can still subscribe. So, if you are open to that, maybe
We should probably do. I need to admit, we skipped the northern winter round, or how it is called, because we didn't got any contributors in the as our experience. So we only use the Google Summer of Code time and the summer project. So we are not in winter, but I love any student. So if you see a chance, then we put something online, and yeah.
okay.
It was always a good experience for us to work with the students.
Good. Thank you, Andres.
Anything else? As I said, it's a bit unfortunate that the right part is cut because there were interesting things, but at least my castle is visible. That's my home shot from my balcony in wintertime. So, if you want to see some snow, I thought some snow, presented some snow in India is a good idea. Anything else? Can I finish? Thank you.